Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Jerin and we are going to target our booty today. This is a beginner class, but beginner doesn't mean easy. So if you're new to Pilates, this will be great for you, or if you just want to work on those glutes, let's get started. Go ahead and clear your space, roll out your mat, and when you're ready, let's lay down. You're gonna pick a side, we're gonna do both sides, so don't worry about where you start. You're gonna lay yourself all the way down on your mat. So we're gonna get a little comfy here. Just rest your head down on your arm and you wanna stack your legs so they're right on top of each other, like kind of a chair that fell over. So 90 from the hips to the knees and the knees to the feet. Take this top arm and you can plant it just in front of your belly button on the mat, or if you want a little more of a challenge today, you can bring your hands to your hips. So be sure as we go through this next little series that you're not rocking your hips side to side or up and down. You want to try to keep the pelvis nice and stacked, the abs really tight so the back is protected. We are going to start with what's called a clam, opening and closing through that top leg, wrapping that knee open and around to tap into the back of the glutes. Try to tap into some of that Pilates breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, exhaling up and inhaling down. Last one, and we'll go into fire hydrant, lifting and lowering that top leg straight up and down for 2. Nice work. Check in with those abs. Make sure you're pulling your tummy and your belly button into the back of your body. Great job. We're going to lift that leg up and hold it up, drawing a nice circle around. Good. For 2. Keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. And circle that leg the other way, out and up and in. 2. Keeping the foot parallel to the knee. Nice work. Excellent. Bring that leg down. We should be feeling a little bit of fire in that booty. We're going to go into a figure 8, clamming the knee open, and then switching that, the knee comes together, the feet go apart. Tracing that 8 with your knee for 2. 3. Hips stable, abs in tight. 2 more. And last one, here we go. Let's keep it knock-kneed, and then we're gonna kick back and up at an angle to lift that booty and hamstring connection. Here we go. Exhale as you kick back. Nice work. One more time. And bring it all the way down. Give yourself a little hand. Nice job. We are going to roll ourselves over to the other side. I'm going to flip around so you can still see what's going on. And I hope you're feeling a little bit warmer. We're going to lay ourselves out on the other side, exact same position, stacking the knees and the feet, and then just letting your head rest down on your shoulder. Take that top hand in front of the belly button, or if you had it stacked on your hip on the opposite side, do whatever you did on that first side so you're working nice and even. And we'll go into our clams for 10. Holding in through that core. 3 and 2 and 1. Into fire hydrant. Lift and lower that top leg up and down. 4, 2. Feel that burn. You should also feel a little bit of connection through that bottom hip. Maybe it's still burning a little bit. Hold that top leg up. We're going to draw a nice circle around. Careful not to let your pelvis wobble back and forth, staying tight through those core muscles. What helps me is to imagine I'm up against a wall so that I can't let that top hip fall open or back. And let's circle the other way. Here we go, 4, 10. Woo, here we are. And bring it down. We're going into our figure 8. Feel that fire and switch. 4, 2. And 3. Two more. Awesome. Keep those knees knocked together. You're going to flex that top foot, kick up and back. 4, 2. Really squeeze and lift your booty as you kick back behind you. You got it. Last 2. We made it. Last 1. Perfect. Bring that leg down. Give yourself a hand. Excellent job. We're going to take a quick moment to stretch out those hips. Go ahead and roll back onto your back. And we'll go into a nice figure 4. So you want to cross one foot over that opposite knee. Flex through the top leg. And then just gently draw underneath that bottom hamstring, pulling the leg towards your body. Little rock side to side. Oh, hurts so good. If you're tight in your hips and your head is lifted, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're looking down into your belly button or your inner thighs so you're not feeling this in your neck. And if this is too challenging of a position to come to on the ground, you can also do this seated on a chair with one foot on the floor and the other knee crossed over. Let's take that leg down. We're going to go to the other side. Stretch it out. Flex through that top hip. Oh, foot I mean. I got so distracted because my hip is tight. Let's rock side to side. Breathe through that tension. Use your exhale to try and release the muscle or feel like that exhale is pushing the tension out of the body. Okay, while we're here, I think we may as well stay where we are to do a little bit of bridging. Go ahead and bring your feet down, hip width apart, plant all 10 toes on the mat, and then rest your arms down by your sides. And I guess I shouldn't say rest because I want you to try to actively press the back of your arms into the ground. So you should feel your triceps kind of fire up as you push into the floor. We're going to start with a little warm up for the lower back, just tilting the hips in and out of neutral. As you exhale, you'll tuck that tailbone and imprint the spine, so you're pressing your lower back into the mat by dropping the tummy muscles. And as you inhale, the hips just go more flat. So try to isolate this really around the pelvis and that lumbar spine, making sure your ribs are just staying relaxed, so everything above the ribs are just kind of staying soft and where they are. Excellent. Let's take that tilt. So we're going into an imprint. And let's continue to peel the hips away, lifting the hips off of the mat, one vertebra at a time, until you find the base of your shoulder blades there on the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, roll yourself back down, squeezing through your glutes, hugging in through your core. Feel that stretch through your spine. Ooh, that's nice. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tilt, tuck that tailbone up, peel the hips off of the floor like little dominoes. Moving one vertebra at a time and rounding down. Try to keep all 10 toes on the floor. Really feel that heel energy drawing in towards your sits bones. And as you lift up, equal energy going out opposite over those knees, like you're trying to draw your heels in and send the energy out over the top of the legs. We're moving through with our breath. We don't want to rush through this because you really want to feel that connection to your spine and your abdominals, and of course that hamstring and booty action. You should feel this through the back of your legs and your butt. I think that's enough. We're going to roll up and stay up for a moment. And let's do 10 pulses here. So you're squeezing your glutes, little lift up as you exhale. Hold it up. Excellent. We're going to do a tiny march here. So if you've never done Pilates, I just want you to do a little lift off of the floor, trying to keep your hips stable and in line with each other. If you've had a little more experience, or if you want to try drawing the legs all the way up through tabletop, that will be your next challenge. Just make sure your hips aren't rocking back and forth. We're not hula dancing just yet. So we're just going to keep those hips nice and stable, which means you're really connecting into your abdominals and your core, which is good. Translation is awesome. Two more. Here we go. 2. And a 1. Excellent. Let's roll down through the spine, one bone at a time. That was great, you guys. We're going to keep those legs hip width apart, and I'd like to add a little extra challenge for our bridging. If you're comfortable up on your toes, you're going to bring the feet a little closer to your butt and lift your heels. I still want all 10 toes on the ground. And then instead of rolling through the spine, we're going to press straight up through the hips as you exhale, and then straight back down. As you inhale. Here we go. We bridge. And drop. Your ribs and your tail lifting and lowering at the same rate. So you're honoring the shape and the curves of your back as you lift and drop that spine. Here we are. Same energy of those heels drawing towards your sits bones, really activating the back of your legs and your butt. Two more. Hold it up. We are going to lower and lift those heels. We go down and up. If your heels aren't lifted and you've got all or both heels on the ground, you can go back to those pulses we did in our pelvic curls. Otherwise, we're just going to keep dropping and lifting those heels. Squeeze your butt as you lower those heels. Woo! Two more. Here we go. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Drop it down. Yes, yes, yes. Stretch those legs out. Give them a little shake. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nice work, everybody. All right, we're going to take a minute here to hug those knees up into the body and just roll yourself up to your sits bones. Hair check. Okay, so we're going to come now to the hands and knees in a quadruped position. So you want to make sure your knees are in line with your hips, your hands are in line with your shoulders. and hip and shoulder width apart. We're gonna go into a basic cat-cow here. As you exhale, you round that spine, pull the belly button into the back of the body and push your shoulder blades away from each other. That should feel delicious. And then as you inhale, woo, we're gonna go into a nice extension. Exhale, scoop, and curl it up. Beautiful stretch for the spine and the body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All right, let's make our way all the way down to the mats for a little bit of tummy time. You're gonna rest your forehead just down on your hands. I'm gonna keep mine up while I talk to you guys, but make sure when you're doing the exercise, you're just relaxed through your neck and your shoulders, okay? So the move here, let's start by getting acquainted with the mat. You wanna push your pubic bone down to the floor and pull your abs away from the mat. So you're doing kind of a pelvic tilt while you're on your tummy, right? Now from this position, we're gonna float one leg up at a time, and we're just gonna keep alternating through. Now I don't want you to think about, ooh, how high is my leg going? I want you to imagine somebody is pulling your leg away from your body, so you're getting length in that spine, length in the muscles of your legs, nice long lines, and we're also not dumping any of that energy into the back. So we're just gonna keep alternating here. My legs are about hip width apart. If you have any tension in your lower back, you might wanna take the legs a little wider. If you wanna challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring the legs more narrow. Just make sure this is all about your booty here. So it's an exhale to lift, inhale down, and your head is resting on your hands. Awesome, 2 more just like that, and then we're gonna go both legs at the same time. If that's not where you're at, then you can just continue alternating through the legs. Otherwise, we're lifting and dropping. Here we go. Four more. Exhale up, inhale down, then hold those legs up. We're gonna go for a little swim through that lower half. Kick, kick, kick those legs. Keep your butt squeezed and your abs in. And we're gonna keep going for 10 seconds. 9, 5 seconds. Beautiful job. Let your legs rest down. Let's press back to a well-earned child's pose. You can keep your knees parallel, or if you prefer to turn out through the hips, that's fine. Just get to what feels best for your back and your knees. And just rest your head down towards the floor, reaching those arms forward. Get a nice stretch behind your shoulder blades, lengthening the spine. Woo! Feels good. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Feel your lower back expand. As you exhale, you're going to roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time, just kind of dragging your hands along the floor, rounding up through the body and all the way up to the knees. Excellent. So just take a nice moment here to breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Excellent job. Nice work on those glutes, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining me.